Another thing which I think is useful to point out, where we've seen a lot of the font formatting, there is another option in here. And so here's just our normal font formatting where we could choose the different sort of font, or we could choose if it's bold or italic, or in the font size. And by the way, even though this list only goes up to 72, you could type in something here like 150, and you could see it get really large, and that's kind of cool. You could choose the color. You could choose the underline style, so you have a lot of options there. You also have this advanced option right here, and I really find this advanced option useful for I like the character spacing in here. So if I wanted to do something that made it look nice, my vacation or whatever, and I could select that and then go up to format font and go into advanced, and then I could do, I think they call this kerning. Yeah, the spacing between letters, kerning, for people who are into publishing. So I could expand the space between the letters. And you can see down here in the preview as I increase this, right, it's getting spaced out. And so that kind of effect is a really nice effect. And if I made that larger, I could kind of get a nice look going on with a little bit extra spacing between the letters. And so there's a lot of neat things that you could play with in here to sort of change the way your text looks when you're formatting your font, including some text effects right here. And inside this, you're going to have even more options. So maybe I want to add a little bit of shadow to my vacation there. And I could choose what kind of color I want for the shadow. And generally speaking, darker for shadow is better. And let's just hit OK and see what that looks like. And you could zoom in here and kind of take a look at my shadow on that. You can just see a little bit of shadow there on my vacation. But there's all kinds of options that you can play with in there. My favorite is just changing the spacing to expanded and then adding some shadow to it. I think that's a really clean, simple effect, but there's a lot more in here that you can play with. So it's just good to sort of know about and to become familiar with.